We are live. Give me 1 second. Guys, I'm fired up about today's podcast. It was kind of an impromptu podcast because of where I am. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about it because I'm excited. I think the people listening here are going to be watching later. It's going to be even more excited than I am. So as soon as I can get to my personal page and share, we'll get up rocking and rolling. Let's see here. Let me back out of this. If not, we'll just jump right into it. Two seconds. That's where we got to go. You always got to be ready, Sam.
I'm following you, man.
There we are. Okay. We're just going to go back here. Little technical difficulties. Trying to get here on my Facebook here. I'm not on the Wi-Fi here. We're going to try her in a second. We'll just get rocking and rolling. You ready?
I'm ready.
And welcome to the Super Terb Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Terbet, your local real estate expert with the Terbet Group, Coldwell Banker, HPW, and I'm here on location at one of my favorite places near my house, which, guys, when I tell you more about where I am and introduce you to Sam, you guys are going to be more excited. As you know, I started this podcast last fall to help talk real estate, business, sports, and beer in the Triangle, all of my loves, and also talk to local business owners, entrepreneurs, give real estate advice. But today, I have a friend of mine named Sam Duehring, opening up Brookfields Indoor Golf Lounge, and it's in the factory. So I have Sam here to tell you a little bit more about it. They're opening this evening, 5 o'clock, correct?
5 o'clock.
About an hour.
So
come down and see them. So I'm going to take a quick break for my podcast reasons. And when I come back, we're going to have Sam. We're going to have you tell all about it.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the Super Terb Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Michael Terbet, your local real estate expert with the Terbet Group, Coldwell Banker, HPW, a.k.a. Super Terb, a.k.a. Coach Terb. And I have Sam Duehring. Sam, tell everybody listening who you are, where you're from.
Well, my name is Sam. We're at Brookfields Indoor Golf Lounge right now. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My lovely family brought me down here in 1994. I've been here ever since, honestly. Played a little hockey up north. I love to skate. We love to play hockey out on the rink. I ran into a passion for golf.
Yeah. And you can see behind us, if you step aside, what's going to make Brookfields so cool, guys, is this is an indoor golf simulator, but it's not only golf. You also can play other games. The majority of people are going to come here, in my opinion, going to want to visit for golf and to play. And you play almost any golf course in the world. I was looking at the list of the golf course, and it's amazing. And before we start even further, because you were telling me before we started the podcast, Sam, was where Brookfields came from, the name. So tell everybody out there listening where you got the name from.
I was born in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and when my family brought me down here in 1994, we ended up moving off of Brookfield Road. The original name we had was a little hard to get, but we landed on Brookfields Indoor Golf, and we haven't looked back ever since. So we took what we were given to us, and I love it.
So what did you do before Brookfield?
I worked with my parents.
We
ran batteries plus bulbs in the area. I ran that for maybe 9 years with my mom and my dad. I learned a lot, and I hope to carry that over into this business.
So what made you want to open your own business? Is this your first business?
This is, yes,
so
sir.
What made you want to do that?
I just did, man. I came up with this idea a couple of years ago, and with the pandemic, it slowed me down a little bit, but I think my passion for golf, I've always been a little bit of a gamer my whole life. I would love to be out on the course, but here I can be inside playing.
Rain or shine,
all over the world.
We're back too. I was able to share to our personal page. So we're up and running, everybody.
Great.
Sorry for the little technical difficulties, but we always adjust here. So you work with your folks, and what makes Brookfields different from any other I guess, golf activity?
Well, these machines are one of the most accurate machines. It's not just golf. There's, this morning we played St. Andrews across the pond, and then we finished the day off by playing TPC Sawgrass. I couldn't ask for anything more. How many people can say they've done that? They played St. Andrews, and then they played TPC Sawgrass.
Can you just play number 17 over and
over? You can
just
play
tee it up.
Out of the 100 courses I've got, you can play one hole 1,000 times. You can pick the holes that you want to play. So if you know Pebble Beach by heart, we're finding that a lot of people play courses they've either played, obsessed with on TV. It's fun to play these courses that you know and have a little bit of idea of what you're going to run into. It's definitely it's different when you step into the bay. It's not what you see on TV, but that's the same thing when you get to the real course in real life. You're looking at it like, well, this is not what it looks like on TV. Let's give it a go.
Well, what I like about it, just as I came in, guys, so again, just for me that are just tuning in or you're going to be listening on the podcast later, it's in the factory, which is located in Wake Forest. It's on the side of Gonza's Grill as well as Village Deli.
Yep.
And then, of course, right across the street is the Hideout. So it's in a great central location. You park, you get out of your car, you literally walk into the factory, you go up the steps, and you're here in Brookfield. And the seating arrangements behind me, I'm looking at 3 private bays with a phenomenal leather couches, lounges. Maybe before we get off, I'll do a little walk around with the camera so you guys can check it out. And it's just very inviting. Across then now is a bar. You can tell guys it's Friday. And of course, I got to feature my local beer of the week by the time we get off. So I already started here.
All right.
Got 3 big screens above the bar there for you guys to come and enjoy your games. I know NBA. I've gotten on the Hawks bandwagon. Trae Young is the real deal.
All right.
So I'm describing the atmosphere, but what experience will your customers get when they come walking into Brooksfield here?
Honestly, it's up to them. If they'd like to come in and just have a beer, catch what's on TV after work, that's all more than fun. If they ended up booking the bay with us, they can golf, like I said, like play hockey, speed pitch baseball. The zombie dodgeball is great with the kids. Kids love the zombie dodgeball. It literally is up to them. If they just want to hit the range and dial in their new clubs or figure out the distance they've never known before, take the time and do it. The machines are super accurate, endorsed by Mr. Tiger Woods himself. So we think we've got
Tiger
a good
behind
product.
us. Look at.
We've got a good product here.
I think that's actually a good idea. We could start selling golf clubs here too. Have some demos ready, but that may be further down the road.
Down the road. We'll work that into the business plan.
And so when you talk about bays, and you briefly said that, but when they come here, what would they expect to pay, say, rent for an hour?
Well, if you and I were going here and we wanted to play Pebble Beach, it would take us about 90 minutes. And you and I would book, let's just say we book 2 hours. It's $40 an hour. We split $40 2 ways. If you bring, we're allowing up to 6 people in that bay. So you got $40 an hour divided by 6. So we're not paying $40 a piece. Save some money,
good.
Bring it to the bar.
Yeah.
Spend that extra cash. The more people you bring in, the less you pay, but also the less you play.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take there.
Now, do you guys offer food here?
We will have free popcorn. We would love to invite everybody to bring their own. If they want to bring their own lunch, fine. If you'd like to bring in Village Deli or Gonza or order pizza here, we have all of it. We'll bring it right.
That's
in.
awesome.
Just keep it out of our bays.
Yeah,
that's all I'm asking.
We got to keep the bays.
That's all I'm asking.
But you can bring your own food in.
Yes, sir.
Obviously,
yes, sir.
you have beer, soda, wine.
I've got chips. We'll have free popcorn, some soda, water. Try to have it all. Just no full kitchen.
But that's okay. I think people may like that. Can the pizza be delivered here?
Oh yeah,
100%. They're really good.
Yep.
So then, if you want to reserve a simulator, what's the best way to do that?
You can go online. Right now, we're active on Instagram and Facebook. We will launch our website in a few weeks, so we can use our own content and just get a better idea of how it's going to operate. So go to our Instagram page. The link is right there. You can book on there. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. After that, it's kind of self-explanatory. It goes in. You pick which bay you want to jump into. The options are either any bay. This bay here in the corner is different than all the others. It's got a laser shot opportunity, so you can shoot steep target shooting, big bear, boar, deer, with the pistol, rifle, and the shotgun.
That is cool.
It's a lot of fun. That is
awesome.
And
is that your favorite bag?
Yeah. It is now.
That is cool. You mentioned earlier roughly how many golf courses can you choose from?
We're just over 100 right now.
And what's your favorite one?
Right now, I'm obsessed with, forgive me if they hear it, the Quivira over near Pebble Beach. Yeah. The landscape, the scenery, you're hitting uphill, you're launching bombs downhill. It's a lot of fun. It is. It's fun. I've played about 3 or 4 times out of my 8 rounds total. So
how do you get do the golf courses have to give you the rights to be able to play those, or how does that work?
We paid through all of that through Full Swing Golf. Every time, and we'll get about 1 to 3, depending on how quick they are, 1 to 3 new courses a month. So if you get bored with all 100 courses here, we're getting 1 to 3 more added to our Full Swing software every month.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So is Augusta available?
We are hearing that Augusta will be available during Augusta National. We are also hearing they might take that away, so we're praying that we can have Augusta.
Because you don't
National.
ever really see Augusta.
Only on TV.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So we're trying to work that out with them. By we, I mean me and everybody at Full Swing, really encouraging them to release those rights again to us.
Well, I'll be here for that one.
It'll be on every TV during Augusta National.
That'll be awesome.
Yep.
So what is your vision here, man? I know you're just opening.
My vision is,
you want to go through the first weekend, but let's just say 12 months from now.
I know we're going to be successful.
No question.
I think we're going to have a lot of people coming in, seeing what we're all about. I don't mean to be arrogant, but if we're not successful, we'll find a way to be there. My vision was I love Wake Forest. I want to play golf with the community, drink some beers with the community. I wanted to have something like this. There's not anything really like this in the area as far as for golf. And like I said, I live down the road. I love this community. I was born in Raleigh, but I'm bigger into Wake Forest now. And that's it.
That's funny because I moved here in 1986, and Wake Forest back then was considered out there. Now I live in Bedford.
Yeah.
And I do everything in Wake Forest. Everything's kind of merged as more and more people are moving here and growing.
Now we have it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Would you ever think of expansion? I know this is again day early on the
day one
on the opening. Is that something when you set out to say I'm gonna have?
Multiple locations? I would love to venture out to the beach, maybe the mountains. I know my wife would really enjoy one of these at the beach. But we will see if the success is not there. We live here.
Well, I can already say coming in when first time I got here, I was with our good friend Eric. He told me about it. He's like, you got to go check this place out, Terb, especially with me trying to highlight businesses. I'm very big into local businesses, shop local, and I love that. And right when I walked in the door, I'm like, this place is cool because it gives you a nice feeling of you can relax and just hang out.
That's what I wanted. I wanted the lights down low. The simulators will light themselves. I want people to relax. We all get frustrated on the golf course. It's just part of the game. But here, if you mess up, just click that mulligan ball. You're not going to lose any balls. You're not going to be bouncing around in the woods, in the dirt with the snakes.
That's usually where I am.
So, yeah, me too. So just come and have fun, relax. There's plenty of seating.
So someone that's listening when the podcast is released or watching later or now, what's something about Brookfields that they may not know about?
It could
maybe unique.
We can actually, you can't see it now, but when you come here, we've got a live look over one of the sheets of ice. I think it'll be very popular with people that are either not in the ice skating or the hockey world to see what these kids and adults can do.
That is cool. I actually just noticed that too. So Beside of me, guys, the factory ice skating rinks right here. Or it could be a great location where the parents drop the kids off for practice. Say, I'm coming up hot.
The hockey community is buzzing right now. They're excited to come up here and either
go
watch
Canes,
their kids
baby.
or go Canes.
And a couple more questions. I know you guys are about to get slammed here, so I really appreciate it. Let me come over and let me hear your story. What was probably your biggest challenge to say, you know what, I'm going to go out on my own and I'm going to start a business?
Pulling the trigger.
I hear that a lot. So people listening that are wanting to become their own business, own boss, business owner, would that be the biggest piece of advice, is just do it? Or
I can't give advice yet. We're about an hour from kickoff here, but
well, just doing this is a huge step.
It was. I have to thank my friends and family that allowed for this to happen. Without them, this doesn't happen. You'll hear down the road who was involved. We were all involved in each other's weddings, and it was a family friend affair to put this all together.
It's a good group of people.
Man, I'm not here without my friends and my family.
That's awesome. No. So tell everybody real fast how they can reach you again. I know you said Instagram. Is there an email, phone number, website you want to share?
Instagram and Facebook. Our phone number is on there. We're having a little bit of difficulty getting those to communicate. So if you call us, we're here. We're just we're figuring out our phone system right now. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but go to Instagram at Brookfields Indoor Golf, as well as Facebook. If you go to one, you'll be easily transferred to the other just by a click of a button. We're trying to make it easy. That's what I want. I want it easy, relaxing, down to earth. We'll have some music playing. We'll have all the games on that we can find.
Very cool. So I ask everybody that comes on the Super Terb podcast this question. And I love all the answers that I've given. I catch everybody off guard, but it gives genuine answers. Okay. What's the best advice you've ever received, and by who?
Finish the job. Finish the job. My dad taught me that. At first, I never finished anything, but finish the job.
I love that. Do you know what's funny? You and I are already cut from the same cloth. Someone asked me that same question, and mine was finish.
Finish the job.
Now, my high school coach told me that. Now I coach my son in basketball or anything. Whatever you set out to do, you finish. Whether that's a layup, if you start something, you finish. So I think that's awesome. So I can't thank you enough for coming on the Super Terb Podcast. I'm going to take a quick break, guys. For everybody that's in podcast land, I'm going to come back and feature our local beer of the week. I'm actually sipping on. What am I sipping on right now? This was. I'll get to that 1 second here, and I will be right back. And welcome back to the Super Terb Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Terbet, your local real estate expert with the Terbet Group, Coldwell Banker HPW, a.k.a. Super Terb, a.k.a. Coach Terb. And I'm back here with my friend Sam Duehring at Brookfields in Wake Forest.
Yes, sir.
And we're just wrapping up our interview here. I can't wait for you guys to come out and see what Sam is open here. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. But I got to finish here with my local beer of the week. What I always like to do is we have so many breweries here in the area. I always like to give everybody a shout out. But today I'm just going to feature one of your beers you have behind the bar. So when you come out here to Brookfield, you're also going to experience a nice cold beer. But across the way, it's one of my favorites, Lone Rider. Then we've got Dee's Bottle Shop down on Falls of the News. Go see them. And I don't know if you've ever been to Taylor's. I always give them a shout out, which is off Six Forks Road north of 540.
Used to ride my bike there as a kid.
Yeah, so Taylor's? Okay, yeah. Go tell them Terb sent you.
Grew up in Woods and Tiffany, so they know.
I'm in Pannonia.
All right.
All right, right there. Yeah, man, look at this. That's awesome. So, guys, I can't thank you enough for listening to the Super Terb Podcast. Come out and see my friend Sam. This place is going to be phenomenal. If there's anything I can do, I know I didn't touch much on real estate today. I was just excited to get over here and get on location for you guys to see. I'm going to step back again if you guys want to see back. Look at a simulator right there. I may have to try that out before I leave. Please reach out to me. There's no better time to sell, obviously, with the equity that you have in your home. You guys can listen to my real estate updates. And, of course, still no better time to buy. It's a little more challenging in the fact of competition, but rates are still at their all-time low. So let us know how we can help you accomplish your real estate goals. And again, if you like the podcast, please subscribe. You can find it on my business page, my YouTube channel, which is Michael Terbet, and of course, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And it's Michael Terbet, your local real estate expert with the Terbet Group, Coldwell Banker HPW. And as always, guys, remember, who you work with matters. Have a phenomenal weekend. And come see my friend Sam at Brookfields.
We'll be here.
All right, we'll see you.